Okay, this is a tour of my garden, starting with this old conservatory in the back of the house, which has just been cleaned up and dumped stuff in again, and cleaned up and dumped stuff again, and all gone mouldy and blooming everything. Tried to tart it up with some old net curtains and sealed all the roof and everything in it, mind you, but you know, I try to make something out of nothing. And it's been lovely at some times, but the old armchair's going rotten. I wouldn't mind getting that reupholstered really, because it's a really nice armchair. Old keyboard, a Hoover and mattresses and boxes from Christmas and toys and old tent underneath there. A chilli plant in the corner there. However, it's work in progress, and we'll get rid of all this stuff. And at one time it was quite nice really, and we had it all painted, but desperately in need of something. But this is a warts and all video. Okay, so going into the garden again. The outside toilet, that's been all cleaned up nice and everything, but again it just gets dumped. Stuff gets dumped in it, you know. Try to keep it clear, but it got too much stuff. The old shed falling to bits, been there for God, probably 100 years. Old outhouse and everything. But yeah, I put some really good glass in there because that was all falling to bits. But again, new guttering and that. It's no time, so much upkeep, but it does for storing. New table. Again, you know, just kids' toys and sand pits and bikes and old scooters and bikes there that are going rusty. Lovely bikes a couple of Christmases ago that we've got nowhere to put them. Grass, never hardly cut the grass last year with that so hot and that. And I bought a lawnmower that you push, but you need a lawnmower with the rotary really to get when it gets long. You can't cut it with a push mower. Yeah, old ladder there. Got this old ladder last year, went up to get these Christmas presents, and the top step broke and my life passed through me in 2 seconds. My life passed by me, I should say. I went from one step to the other, boom! I was in the attic from the top right to the next step, and I just stood still. Yeah, many people have died trying to get Christmas presents out of the attic at Christmas. God bless them. Old rotary line, couldn't get it up straight. Flipping, I need to dig it up and get some good cement in it and put it in straight. Yeah, we've got a fence here. Look, this is a fence put up a couple of years ago. Keep the kids out of the pond. And was in little Abigail, 2 years old. She where that white bit is, she snuck through it and was up in. Nearly disaster, but it's kept them out of from the pond. I'll show you that in a minute. Yeah, and I'll put some I usually grow excuse me, I usually grow some broad beans every year, and I had some this year, and I didn't really eat them, to be honest, but they all obviously seeds went dry, and I thought, well, I'm going to plant them now as they're ready to plant really. And look, they've all flowered, and it's like middle of winter now, and yet, so see how they go. And I put some garlic in. The 21st of December apparently is the best time to plant garlic, and I put that in on a couple of months before. But again, see how it goes and all that. This is all tomatoes. I got the tomatoes last year self-seeding, and I dug them a few, spaced them out, and I've had fabulous tomatoes all year. So I've sort of just let them all die, and there's loads of tomatoes amongst them. See what bit of a tomato patch, you know what I mean? And then strawberries here. Look, I bought these strawberries. They were £2.75 each in Wyvale, and I just went down there at the end. I was thinking I'll buy it. I thought, oh no, I'm not paying £2.75 for a strawberry plant. But you know, they're good from Wyvale. So went down there about a month later, 6 weeks later, and they were 50p each. So I thought, well, I'll have some of them. So I bought about £6 worth. So really, I haven't got a big enough garden for actually what I want to do really. So you have a little look at this though, but I've got broad beans, I've got garlic, I've got tomatoes. I put some spring cabbage in, but the slugs ate them all. That's the problem. You have the best intentions and then the blooming slugs eat all the things. I don't know, is there an odd one there that's coming up? Don't think so. So the spring cabbage ain't going to happen this year. That's the trouble, when you miss something, you got to wait again to try again next year. I wanted to plant some Cavolo Nero again, you know, that comes up and you harvest it from September to sort of February, really, even March. So you're having nice Cavolo Neros, kale. So then again, nice nice rosemary bush, which I've had a little one from, that was from over Stratford. I bought that for about £1 or something, and you're just a little I've got a frog in my throat. Just a little rosemary plant, and it's gone to that, and I've had cuttings just dug up in the ground like that old one there, some old, that's part of the old ladder that I chopped up because I thought I ain't using that again. You know, old pots and scaffolding poles. My wife goes mad at me, you know, but sort of trying to keep that sort of bit as a garden for the kids and that, you know, the grass, but I'd love to dig a bit more up. Yeah, so yeah, and I've got some, so I've got, say, I told you before, broad beans, garlic, tomato patch, strawberries, rosemary, and here along here's got lovely chives come up, and I'll put all the seeds from the end of the year, and I put them all alongside it, so hopefully get like a new trail of chives, and then the old ones there. So I might dig them up, use them as a bit of like, you know, spring onions type thing, mild, but they are nice. It's wonderful to have stuff straight from your garden, straight into your pot, straight into your mouth. Beautiful. And then I've got here, look, I've got a couple of nice bits of rhubarb. Here, 1, 2. But so the ants attack them every year, but I did manage to get some. I don't use any. I did manage to get some rhubarb from it, but I don't want to use any anything. Totally organic, no ant powder or slug pellets, or totally organic. And over there I've got a raspberry. No, not raspberry. There's the raspberries there. Some nice raspberries. I just had one bush. Now I've got about three or four there. And my old compost heaps. And when I emptied one of the compost heaps, all the water was out. It was too strong, and it run down into one of the raspberry plants and killed it. But then, say, raspberry bushes, and this is that's a red currant bush. The red currants are very seedy, really seedy to eat, you know. So I didn't even eat any last year. So there you go. So again, so that's rhubarb. We've got a blackberry bush that is over there. So the old compost buckets in the back. I'll put everything I waste, any waste, which I don't have much of really. I put everything in there, and they're full up, to be honest, with composting bins. And there's this apple tree here, beautiful apples, about 4 years old. I got it from Aldi's for about £7. Absolutely fabulous apples. One year, not like last year, they weren't too bad, but the year before they sort of all had an infestation of something. It wasn't an animal or anything, it was just a bit of rot, but it wasn't really rot either. It was just a scab. You know, it wasn't even a scab. It was just, I don't know what it was. But this year it was. I think it's just sometimes particular with just how the weather is. But last year they were all right. I had about, I don't know, about 30, 40 apples off them, but they were gorgeous. I mean, when you consider the apples, apparently the apples in the stores and that, they can be a year, 2 years old. They're kept in refrigeration. So you're eating the apples from 2 years ago. But when you've got an apple tree like this, you can bring it on. I'll keep it small. Prune it all down. I'm not really sure how good I've pruned it, to be honest, because if you prune it too much it grows like mad and everywhere, but apparently you got to prune it so a bird can fly through it. But in actual fact it's fantastic to eat an apple organic, straight from the tree. Absolutely beautiful. So there, so it's quite, you know, in a little patch you've got, you know, broad beans, garlic, tomato plant, strawberry patch, rosemary, rhubarb, blackberry bush, you know. There's some old pots with some nice ferns in that I got it from the garden when I first moved in. I dug them out, moved them around, but in the summer they come up beautifully. Really nice bit of foliage. But then the apple tree, red currant, blackberries. So that's about as much as I've got. I mean, I went to Wyvale and I looked at the 50p seed pot where there were all loads of 50p packets of seeds, and they're all like £2.75 and £3.50. And in the end I bought about 15 quid's worth of packets of seeds, you know, with wild strawberries and cauliflowers and Brussels sprouts. I don't know where the heck I'm going to plant them all. But you know, I love the gardening. I try to make it as a bit of fun really, but you work too hard of it. When you're working all week and you come home, I'm trying to get an allotment and that, but just can't do it really with my 3 little girls and that, you know, just ain't got enough time. But you move in, I went down to the National Herb Centre this year, when I was camping down there, and it was fantastic down there. It's only about 14 minutes away, the other side, between Banbury and Gaydon, really, I would say it was. Cut Banbury and Conington. But it's lovely, great for a visit. Got a beautiful breakfast there. Yeah, before 11 o'clock it was half price, it was great. But I bought some herbs, and I don't know, that rosemary there, that comes from that plant I just showed you. But 3 lots of rosemary, a little tiny bit of mint. It was just one little leaf my friend at work gave me, Elise. She gave me one tiny little bit, and it was one little leaf sticking out of the mud, and eventually it grew to this. But it was lovely and big, but it's obviously died down now because it's winter. Some old golden corn again. That's just from old corns that I put in and keep it going. I like Jeff Hamilton's, remember old Jeff Hamilton who died? Fabulous guy. And he said gardening shouldn't cost you a penny. Beg, steal or borrow. Yeah, about the story of my life. Beg, steal or borrow. A little bit of rosemary again, so that's about 5 plants of rosemary I've got. Just a bit more mint there. Old barbecue. Yeah, my young pastor says, oh, the old minging. It's probably still not been cleaned from last summer. But that's it. This is, as I said, it's all warts and all. But this is a fantastic thing. It's a blueberry bush, and I bought this. I worked very well at the beginning about 6 months ago, and the girls, I was off work for a bit, and the girls, all my girlfriends from work at Hereward College, they all put together and gave me some money, and I bought some shirts and that, and then I had some money left over, and I went to Wyvale, and this was about half price. Blueberry bush, about 13 quid. So that needs ericaceous, if that's the right word, soil for it. It's more soil that you grow azaleas in, and that, you know, rhododendrons, that sort of soil it needs. And I had one before from, again, a little one from Wilko's, I think, but it just never got going. And it lasted for a few years, but it didn't do anything. It never grew at all. So I need to think about some ericaceous soil, if that's the right word for it. I'm not too sure. You know what I mean. But again, it's all work in progress. And this is my lovely privy hedge. I made a little bit of an arch around it. Made a new privy gate over the top of it, so it's quite secure really. You know, and it's a bit of work again. You cut it down, it grows like wildfire. And then my pond, which it was only supposed to be, I went down to get some fish to put in just one of these buckets, you know, and just for a bit of fun with the kids, and ended up building a pond about I don't know, what is it, about 8 foot by 6 foot, but it's about 3 foot deep at the end there. And the fish still, I've got a little solar energy pump that just turns the water around now. It's about 4 years old. I got it for about 18 quid off the internet from China, and it's absolutely fantastic. And it pumps the water up, even in the winter when the sun gets on it. If it doesn't blow it down and block it, the sun still gets to it. It just turns the water over enough, and the fish are still happy there. I put 6 fish in, and about a year later, I saw these little tiny fish swimming around, about 40 of them. So believe it or not, they're all down there, and again, I wish I could do a better job of it, but it's just time, really. Time and trying to do it for nothing, you know. You know, I hate spending money. Yeah, go try and get all the cuttings there down there from the apple tree and the hedge. Again, got nowhere else to put them. All these dustbins are full. Again, I got all these, got them for free, all of them. Yeah. That's my fish pond. Well, but yeah, old bit of decking. Look, the old decking I rescued out from a skip over the road. I thought I'll have that, and I've built a good bit of decking. But again, need to finish it off and stain it up. It's all fun, isn't it? It's all a bit of fun. Nice table that my brother-in-law and sister gave me. All the chairs they gave me, they all eventually disintegrated. But I'm terrible. I'm a bit of a hoarder, really. I don't throw anything away. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. But we'll maybe do an update in, you know, maybe give it a tidy up from the old conservatory to everything, get everything planted, and see how it goes. I mean, believe it or not, it's only 9 weeks. Well, February you'll be sort of thinking about you can be planting stuff. So it soon comes, you know. Younger than springtime, am I? Do you know what I mean? Springtime. The sun's shining now. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy this, and can't wait to do another one. Maybe do one before the tree starts blossoming, and then do another one when the lovely apple blossoms on the tree. What do you think? Okay, guys, love you all. See you soon. Bye.